I'm Julia with Julia Sue Stamping, where I am passionate about stamping, coloring, paper crafts, creating cards, and sharing the fun of how to do all of those things with you. Today's card is quick and easy. You can use whatever stamps that you have at your home and make this awesome card. I will provide all of the dimensions of the papers and things like that that you might need so that you can create it yourself at home. I am from Northeast Ohio and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm really glad that you're here. Let's get started. All right, so for this fun card, there are a lot of layers, as you can see. And we've got some embellishment, some dry embellishment here, and a wonderful sentiment with a little bit of embellishments here with the Festive Pearls. So I'll go ahead and get started to show off this card. The first thing we have is a piece of Mossy Meadow. It's going to be the base of our card. It is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. It's been scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to use the bone folder now and make that score nice and tight. The next thing is a little bit of the basic white cardstock that goes into the inside of it. Using some adhesive, I like to use the I like to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. That's my favorite. I'm putting it in the inside of the card, and then just a 1/2 inch by 4 inch piece of designer series paper. You can use whatever you want. What I have for this is the softly stippled that is part of the celebration. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive onto that, and now I'm going to layer it on the inside of the card. You can do it on the right side or the left side, whichever side you want, and it adds such a nice look inside the card, making it a little fancier. For the outside of the card, the first layer is Early Espresso. So we're going to lay that down with a little bit of adhesive. This piece of Early Espresso is 5 1/4 inches by 3 7/8 inches. Laying it down on the base. The next is a piece of basic white that has been cut to be 5 inches by 3 1/4 inches. A little adhesive on it, and it gets centered right on top of the Early Espresso, which should frame it just perfectly because that's only 1/8 of an inch bigger. Very nice. A piece of Early Espresso has been cut to be 5 inches by 3/4 inches. It's pretty skinny. I'm going to use the cut and emboss machine and a embossing folder. This embossing folder is from the Stripes and Splatters. Setting it inside, I'm going to use some dry embossing. Then we take it out, and you can see it has a lot of embossing on it. So nice to add all that texture. It gets adhered. And around the middle or wherever it is you would like to put it. But you want to cover up all the white with it so that it looks like it's all the Early Espresso from side to side. Oh, I like that. That's so pretty. Okay, I have a sheet of the softly stippled that I cut at 3 by 3 inches. I'm going to cut it so that I have 3 1-inch pieces, and I'm going to keep track of what order they are in because I want it to be continuous all the way through. So cut that one at 1 inches, 1 inch again. Now I have my 3 1-inch pieces, and I'm going to keep them in order so that I can have the pattern continue straight across. 3 little pieces of the basic white have also been cut, and they are 1 1/8 inch by 3 1/8 inch. So again, it's just an 1/8 inch bigger. We're going to adhere these and then put them onto the base. I'll speed up the video here. There, all 3 pieces have been adhered to the base, and we have the embossed piece here. I really like how that's looking. Now I have a piece of scrap paper, and what I used was the So Sincere stamp set. I really like this. Your kindness is so appreciated for a great thank you note. And you can use whatever stamp set you have available to you. I'm going to ink it up with the Early Espresso ink. Stamp it down. And using from the Enduring Beauty dies, I've got this great sentiment frame that I'm going to cut out. I'm going to build my sandwich and make sure I've got that as straight as I can, putting it through the cut and emboss machine. All we need at this point is something to help lift it up. So I'll bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals, put them on the back. Because this is a little bit longer, I'm going to use 3. Decide where I would like the sentiment to go. Lay it down, and a little bit of sparkle using my pick your tool and the Festive Pearls. I thought gold really went nicely with this. And sometimes I have a hard time getting them up. How about you? Do you ever do that and just use your fingers instead? I tend to do that a bit. Not all the time, but a bit. All right, and the third one I'm going to put right up there. And that's it. How quick and easy is this card, and yet it's going to look great as a thank you note to send out to someone. I like how this pattern continues, so it just has that little bit of separation in there. It's just beautiful and easy. Well, that's it. Wasn't that quick and easy? Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. All of that helps grow my small business. And if you decide you'd like to make any purchases through my online store and use me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I appreciate your support of my small business in that way as well. I hope you have a fabulous day and that you get inky. Bye.